Hello YouTube, and welcome to my review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Faiz Blaster form from the series Kamen Rider Faiz. Now for those of you who don't know, this is Faiz's final form and most powerful form, and it is used in the last few episodes of the show and in the movie Paradise Lost. And I have to say that this is probably my least favorite form of Faiz, simply because it's just too overpowered. Other than the last episode of the show, when he was fighting the Orphanot King, he was completely unmatched by anything. He could defeat any foe without any problem at all, and I just don't like it when the good guy is that overpowered. But anyway, let's get on to this review. For head articulation, his head can rotate 360 degrees. You can go side to side. You can go that far down and that far up and back. And of course, he has the beautiful compound eyes, if my camera would focus. There you go. For torso articulation, just like the normal Faiz, right now it doesn't do much, but if you pull it apart, then you can get a little bit more here, a lot more back, and a lot more side to side, and some leaning. For arm articulation, the arm can rotate 360 degrees. It has that ball in there, so it can do a circular movement. The shoulder pad is on a hinge, so it can go all the way up and out of the way. The arm can go that far up. It can rotate below the shoulder 360 degrees. The elbow joint can get about a 90-degree bend. Now this is supposed to be double jointed, but the top joint doesn't do anything. It's just the bottom joint that moves. Kind of weird, actually. And the hand can rotate 360 degrees and swivel. For leg articulation, Faiz has the Type 1 style Figuarts hips, so they can be brought down. And he can get his legs almost a complete split. They go that far forward, a little bit back. They can go more, but they twist to the side because Faiz has a butt. The knees are double jointed and they move that far. The armor will hit the back of his leg right here, so it can't go any further. He has the metal style feet, which can rotate 360 degrees. They bend that far in, just as much out. They can bend down and up a little bit. And the toe is on a hinge. For accessories, let's go ahead and start with the belts first. This is the belt with the mission memory in it. This is the belt with the mission memory taken out. And those are completely useless because Faiz Blaster is only seen using the empty one. And I have actually glued this in place so it will not be coming off anymore. As for other things that go on his belt, he has the Faiz shot. He has the Faiz pointer. He has the Faiz pointer in the exceed charge mode for when he puts it on his leg. He has the Faiz phone in phone mode. Comes with a Faiz phone in the closed mode. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a back, but it has 2 pegs, and I'll show you what that does in a second. Moving on to the hands, comes with a pair of fists, which I have painted the fingertips on. Comes with a pair of open hands. Comes with a single holding things hand for the right side. Now I haven't painted the fingertips on this, and you will see why in a second. And he comes with a hand with the Faiz shot molded in. Comes with 2 different backpack accessories. The first one is just the normal backpacks that just plug in, so nothing special there. Then the other one is the one that can swivel around and become his shoulder cannons. So you put one on each side and they become shoulder cannons. And then moving on to what makes him Faiz Blaster is his blaster. So to put it in gun mode, you just take it and flip it out. Now this is where that Faiz phone comes into place. There's 2 little holes, 2 pegs, and you just place it on right there. And to switch it into blade mode, you just pull that part off and put the blade in there. And you can do the exceed charge because it comes with a really cool effect part. You just slide it in. There's a hole right here and a hole right there. Let's see if I can do this on camera. And there you go. There you have a really awesome looking sword for Faiz. Okay, now as I mentioned before, I did not paint this hand's fingertips, and that is because this hand is like a rubbery plastic. It's much more bendable than the others, and the reason that is so it could squeeze around this handle, and you really have to squeeze it in there to get it to stay. And if I had painted that, they would just scratch the paint off. So I opted to leave it how it was. Final thoughts. Faiz Blaster Form is a really good SH Figuarts action figure. Now, Blaster Form being my least favorite form of Faiz, I wasn't expecting to like this guy as much as I do. And I think that really comes down to the exceed charge blade effect part that I have on him now. Because without that, this would have been a pretty lackluster release. Now Bandai could have just phoned it in, given him the new gun and new paint scheme and armor, and just called it a day. But the fact that they actually included something as cool as his exceed charge is showing that they really wanted to give people their money's worth. Now this is a regular release, so you can find it anywhere that sells Figuarts, and I recommend it to any Kamen Rider fans, any Kamen Rider Faiz fans, or any fans who want a really cool looking Kamen Rider. So with that, I'll see you at the next review.